a sad truth. Australia has become a bunch of lesos. It's sad and it's pathetic, but it's true. That's what's actually happened. If you look up the statistics on what is the most viewed pornography by Australians, it's lesbian sex. We've become a bunch of lesos. So people in Australia have actually turned away from conventional sexuality as ordained by the Bible, by God, because the Bible is the Word of God, and He says that sexuality is reserved for a relationship between a man and a woman, not between two women, as in a lesbian relationship. That's got nothing to do with the ordained sexual relationship that God has said is the best thing for us. So we've got this bizarre, perverse country that says, oh, love is love. But that's a nonsense. That's a nonsense. That's like saying peanuts are peanuts or bananas are bananas. That's meaningless, isn't it? Meaningless. Okay? Love is not sex. Sex and love are two distinct things. Love is in fact actually more in line with something that you do for another person rather than something you get from another person. It's not just about a feeling that you have either. Love is I do something for somebody else that may be against my own personal self-interest. It could be self-sacrificial, and ultimately it would be a self-sacrifice for the sake of another person. That's love. It's not about fucking waking off and feeling good and getting some sort of jolly for yourself. That's not love. That's not love. It might be some sort of perverse sexual gratification, but that is not love. Okay? Sex is not love. The sexual act, basically, the purpose behind the sexual act is procreation. Procreation. That's what sexuality is about. The fact that it is pleasurable is a part of God's design. That's all. But having sex with somebody is in no way got anything to do with a demonstration or an actual feeling that you love the other person. If you're having sex with somebody purely for your self-gratification, you're ultimately a wanker. And there's no love there. None whatsoever. So sex is not love. And perverse sex, so sex that involves women having sex with women or men having sex with men, which is totally against the definition of sexuality as defined in the Bible, that sexuality or the act of procreation is meant to take place between a man and a woman. That kind of sexual activity is a perversion, a perversity. It's just total self-gratification. It's masturbation in the purest sense. So Australia sinking into a kind of lesbian, wanky culture is obvious to me, because if you do any socialising at all, you realise that most women out there are fucking lesos and they're boring because they are not interested in the genuine thing. They're not interested in the genuine article. They want something perverse. A perverse situation. A perverse relationship. Something that goes against God. They want perversity instead of the truth. It's pathetic. It's boring. It's disgusting. But that's the truth, and that's the sad reality we're faced with in Australia at the moment. A bunch of lesos. You bore me. It's disgusting and despicable.